birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. What's up, comic book junkies? Ready for a birthday bash haul? Just some small stack of comics, but just share with you things I got. My birthday today. Just hanging out at the house alone with Buster, watching some movies, reading some comics. Truth is, I've had the worst earache in the last 3 days. And my brother said, hey, put some warm water and alcohol, and I did that this morning, and I am feeling a whole lot better. Went down to the comic shop, had some credit, picked up, this is going to be more new books than you've probably ever seen me show in a long time. But before we begin, open up my Venom here. Ooh, wow. So, I don't know, for the last 5 years, I've really changed the way that I eat. I've been on a strict diet, inspired by my daughter who had thyroid problems. So we both went AIP. So this year on my birthday week, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back and try some stuff that I haven't really done in years. So I picked up buy one, get one free Fruit Loop marshmallows. You saw my last video. I had some Lucky Charms. So yeah, I'm doing that. And I'm being careful, but I'm also having some peanut butter. And I'll tell you what, when you go honey roasted, you don't go back. And if you haven't seen my surveys on the channel, check them out on YouTube. Did one on what kind of jelly do you use on your peanut butter. Grape, strawberry, raspberry, blackberry. Grape was the overall winner, and I like grape. I don't really care for strawberry, but I love raspberry and blackberry. They are my favorite. And peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just aren't right unless you have the right ingredients. So you got to have the Wonder Bread. And the trick is to a good peanut butter sandwich, when you start out, you put peanut butter on first, and you got to take huge scoops with that knife and just pile your mouth full of peanut butter. Now I also did another survey, toasted or untoasted. And for me, toasted wins out just by a margin. I do like them untoasted, but I don't know. It changes the dynamic of the bread, so I'm a toasted guy. What did I get for my birthday? My daughter and her family, they got me this. A special edition Batman with camouflage suit. Don't know where he's from, but always happy to add another action figure to the collection. Got that. My wife took me to this store. It's a thrift store, but it's one of those ones they only buy like the name brand stuff. It's called Plato's Closet. If you have one in your town, I recommend you check this place out. So I got this there. I got this shirt, Adidas, and I got another Adidas sportswear, a black Adidas, and then I got a Nike. So I'm not a t-shirt guy. Regular t-shirts, I don't like them because they are made or tailored to fit like every size. Where these sportswear shirts, they are tailored to fit men's shoulders and the chest really nice. And they really hug them and define them. And that's why pretty much all I wear, if I'm not dressing up, is sportswear shirts like this. And I tell my family all the time, my daughters, my sons, don't buy me t-shirts. And they continue to buy them for me. And I have a good collection of all kinds of t-shirts, and my wife is going to make me a blanket out of them. She's going to cut out all the logos and make me a really nice blanket. So I went to this Plato's Closet. On your birthday, you get 15% off. Got some nice, really high stonewashed jeans. High caliber, man. These things they're beautiful. They were 15 a piece. So I got those. I got this pair right here. I got a nice pair of kind of off green jeans. And another pair of some stonewash. I don't have a lot of stonewash because they're so expensive. These jeans usually run $60 to $100 or more. So I'm cheap. So once in a while you'll find them at Walmart, straight leg. Not very often though. I found a nice pair of like 2 years ago and keep going back. Can never find those again. So that's for some of the stuff I got for my birthday. What else? What else? So I got these glasses yesterday. I was at the convenience store. They had them marked down $6.99 from $19.99. I think they look cool. So bought these for $6 off eBay. Now I'm doing a documentary. I'm partnering with a confectionery company, one of the oldest in the country actually. I'm actually had started on the documentary. Probably work on it later today. But if you remember these from those big old slabs of Bazooka Joe bubblegum. So I picked up these. Kind of just a little throwback to the childhood. Bazooka Joe and his gang. I call him the hipster pirate patched bubblegum dude. Cool, the coolest bubblegum hipster. So picked up a bunch of these. They have magic tricks on the back. Some of them have a puzzle. And then, of course, we all remember these. I don't think if you're an American, you've had to buy Bazooka Joe when you were a kid for a penny. And I have to tell you, my favorite, they later on came in packs, long packs like Bubblicious, and they had chocolate flavored bubblegum. That was my favorite. They don't make it anymore. Not that I can find, not in the stores anyway. I'm sure you can order it online. So I think I finally bought every dang Mylar, current size and Silver Age in my town. There is just no Mylars coming in. Because of COVID, they just can't produce them. They're not getting the plastic from overseas, from what I understand. And I am just down to the wire here. And my LCS owner, he has his own stash, but he won't give them up because he can't get his orders in either. So I think this was the last one at the other comic shop, and I'm having to buy the more expensive ones instead of the cheap ones. Well, the inexpensive ones for $100. So that, and then I finally got my Treasury Bags in. This was the last pack at my LCS also. Somewhere someone had told me on a video that Life magazines will fit the Treasury. Well, that's not the case. I actually ordered them from Amazon, and when they came in, I'm like, these will never fit. And you know what? I tried to return them, and they gave them to me free. And so, but I did go back and use the credit to buy the backing boards for the Treasury. So here's 100 backing boards. I'll never buy 100 Treasuries, bags or I'll never use these. I mean, I think I have 3, and I'm only buying the Treasuries when I find them for less than $20 in high grade. That way I don't just buy everything I see. So that's that. So now we're on to the comics, I believe. Okay, so like I said, this is probably going to be more new comics than I've ever shown ever. Now, I'm really loving the Future State. Most of it is really good. There are some misses in here. Maybe, well, I don't know if they're in this haul, but there are some that I showed before that I read were, and it wasn't the whole comic. It was some of the backup features. Now, I didn't read this. I'm probably going to regret reading it, but it was a killer cover by Marvel. That's the only way they ever get me. I'm not buying Marvel new comics. If I ever do, it's just because the cover is cool, and it has to be really cool now because they've burned me so many times. Marvel consistently on their new comics have crappy art and crappy storytelling. And if the storytelling is good, they dilute it by taking what could be one solid issue and stretching it out into 3 issues, like Immortal Hulk, Venom. Those are really good stories and written well, but they're diluting it by I don't know why. It seems like 3 issues would be perfectly fit into 1 issue and be really cool. And I'm not even gonna. It gets me irritated. So I picked up this. There was a bunch of the Alien variants because Marvel's obtaining the licensing now to Aliens again. And I thought this one was really cool. Miles Morales. What number is that? Number 12. A lot of the other ones looked really stupid. This one kind of really looked like it was out of the Alien movie. That's why I like this. Why it caught my eye. I have to tell you, it wasn't. I looked at some of the other ones. They're real stinkers. It was like they were just trying to coin a buck, but with this one, it looked like the artist really put some thought into it. All right, so new. So I'm reading this. I haven't read issue 2 yet. Issue 1 was really good, but I was so disappointed to find out that Paula Sevenbergen, I think that's her name, she's going to be writing the ongoing series, and she is just a terrible writer. I just finished reading Gotham Sirens backup story. It was really bad. It was like she's not a comic book writer. I think she wrote Catwoman number 22, and then she wrote that backup feature, and that's the only comics that she's written so far. But she's a feminist writer, and a lot of it is dumb jokes about sex in the city, and there's no character, no characterization, there's no subplot, there's no building up of the characters or anything like that. It's really bad. I just don't understand how DC is hiring her to do the ongoing series. I was looking forward to it because this issue 1, I haven't read 2, but 1 was really good, and I don't know who read it. But again, I probably talked about it. It felt like the movie with Liam Neeson on the plane. It was a lot of action. It was on a plane, and then there was a big plot twist at the end that threw me for a loop, and I was like, whoa, and I really enjoyed it. So I wasn't going to buy these, but I had some credit. I did buy issue 1 and 2, and it's not that it's that bad, actually. It's just that it's so expensive. Batman the Next. So this book was $7.99, and this one was $8.99 for the B cover. Now, why did I buy it? Simply because I had credit, and I thought, this is over. It's only 4 issues. Somewhere down the line, they may be kind of hard to obtain because I don't know what the print run is on them. So I thought, you know what? I'll just spend a little bit extra money since I had the credit. Pick it up. Now, like I say, I didn't read these issues, but the first 2 were pretty good. And the backup features were really good, so I enjoyed them. I did read Teen Titans number 1, which is the first cameo of Red X, is it? And my LCS, one of them had tons of them. And then it was revealed, that it was a hot book like a day or 2 later. I'm like, they're all gone. I went back that weekend, and they were. He had like 20 of them there when I picked up my first issue. Who knows? You never know when these books are getting hot, but I had credit. I did buy number 2. And I bought a second copy just because it's first full appearance, and you never know. I did buy 2 copies of the Batman Who Laughs in Teen Titans 12 and Rebirth, so you just never know. And this was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. Let's see, what's Dark Detective number 2. And I read this, and we also have Dark Detective 3. I may have showed this one already. I did read. Both of these were good. This is my favorite. It's like with the Future State, the whole thing is they have a clean canvas to write. So they have this. They're not constrained anymore by the legendary characters and the backstories and whatever. This feels to me like Batman is just let off the leash. Bruce Wayne no longer is a millionaire. He's in the streets. He's got to think twice as much because there are drones and surveillance everywhere. So he's always taking out drones, and the magistrate is always on his tail. So the writing has to be more intense. He has to really, really think his way out of a lot of situations, and I am really enjoying that. And same with Robin Eternal. Another good title. I'm enjoying it. Same kind of deal. And was it this issue? So this may be spoiler. I think it was this issue where, he's actually killed. And he gets doused with the Lazarus resin, and he comes back to life with superpowers. And I want to see where this goes. I think I just picked up number 3. So I really like that a lot too. I have not read this one yet. This is Shazam #1. So I didn't pick up #2. Let's see where this goes. Like I said, the future state is to have a clean slate, and it's just, I love it. So this was one of the biggest disappointments as far as the title book. I was reading this, I got halfway through, and I couldn't even, I just wanted to close it. And I have this thing where I have to read all my comics all the way through, no matter how bad they are. Well, I went back and looked at, this was Michael Bendis. I was like, this is so terrible. It's so confusing. And there's so many characters, so it's not a real cohesion to the book. There's no characterization. And like I said, I was just confused to the point where I just wanted to just say, I'm not reading it anymore. It was, so don't pick this up. It is really bad. Just finished this one. This one was, again, this is a Batman Next. This is the first cover appearance of the reveal of the next Batman. But it had Gotham City Sirens. I think it's first appearance of Siren. And that was a real terrible, that was written by Paula Sevenbergen. It was really bad. You could just tell that she isn't a comic book writer. It was like almost like a bad morning cartoon. Like I can't even tell you, it was bad. Believe me, it was. Now this title, even though the story isn't like something that I usually get into, I am enjoying it. Who is writing this? Is this Gail? I forget her last name. No, this is Jolie Jones, and this is really good. I actually like it, and I don't like Jenny Friesen art, but this is a killer cover. Wonder Woman just never looked so beautiful on here. So yeah, Joel Jones writes this. I hope she stays on the ongoing title. It's really good. It deals with some different things. Kind of throwback to the Golden Age Wonder Woman, where they're in between netherworlds. It's kind of cartoonish, comical a little bit, but it's done right. And when writing is done right, it's good. You enjoy it, no matter what the content. Okay, so that's it for those Future State books, and I think Future State is over the end of this month. Beginning in March, they go back to regular titles, and they start the new ongoing. So I got these next two in a lot. They're early silver, really nice shape. I paid about $12.50 a piece. Bob Hope has some really nice Good Girl covers in them, and this is from 1957. Nice, beautiful cover. I'm a Bob Hope fan, but I really love some of these covers that are done in the early Silver Age. Hit the early issues 1, 2, and a couple more. They're not that good, but then they really get going on these Good Girl arts, and they are fantastic. I got about 5 or 6 of them in my collection, and that's number 45. This next one, the people I've showed, this was their favorite. This is number 55. Kind of Sabrina-looking witch doctor chick there with long hair, March 1959. It's a really beautiful book. So this was a late night auction. I usually don't buy Silver Age books off eBay or go for auctions on them. But I got this for $11. It's probably like a 2.530. But didn't have this one. Beautiful Marie Severin cover. Just nice depiction of Hulk and Rhino. Classic battle. And Hulk vs. Rhino, I said June 1968. That's always a good one to put in the collection. Next is a Golden Age book. Christmas cover. I had this on my watch list for quite a while. I kept staring at it, and the cover was folded up, so it's creased, and I'm like, I can fix that. So it's not like it's super low grade. Always looking for some unique Golden Age Christmas covers, especially for next year's live show. So this is Sparkling All-Stars number 7 from 1944. And this has some Carmen Infantino interior art. This is a Harry Lazarus cover. And the first story is called Hell's Angels. It has Carmen Infantino art in it. Just a really cool, weird kind of odd title. And it's funny though, these sparkling stars usually go for money. They hadn't in the past, but now when I watch them, people were wanting $50, $60 or more. This one happened to drop below the radar. It was $25 with shipping. Just a really cool Christmas cover. I love it. I love staring at this book. I don't know why. I think the trade dress is cool too. So last two books. I happened to get this one. This was the last one they had. And this is the second print. Spider-Man number 55. Last Remains storyline. I know these books are hot. And you know, I don't know. I mean, it is kind of cool, but it's like nothing of a cover. It's just an outline of Spider-Man done with webbing. So it has some appeal to it. I don't know. I kind of like it. You get it for cover price. I thought it was a good deal. But then they still have a bunch of the first prints, but they were $15. You know what? I decided to splurge and got it. And you know, you just never can tell about these. And I'm afraid to read it though. I did read issue 47 recently, and it was so bad that, like I said, Marvel, I don't know what's going on. They have some of the worst writers and artists on their staff at this point. But good cover. I mean, unique use of an idea and a concept that really appeals to a lot of people. And that's what it takes to sell a book. So I'll end it with these two. That's my haul, guys. And I'm just enjoying my... Yes, okay, I forgot to tell you, I'm 53. So yeah. I know I don't look it, but I am. So thanks for hanging out. Let me get another sip of the venom. I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to go make me some peanut butter and jelly. Thanks for hanging out. Peace out from Nighttiger.